Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and we're back here in SimAirport. And it's the start of a brand new day. It's just gone 4 o'clock in the morning, and as you can see, loads of passengers are turning up, even though there are no flights due until, let's say, 6 o'clock. Yeah, so people do love arriving early, and hopefully they're going to spend lots of money in all my shops and food and drinks outlets while they're waiting for their departures to the destination of their dreams. Unfortunately, yesterday wasn't a dream day for me in the game. If we have a quick look at our profit and loss, we made a bit of a loss yesterday, not by much to be fair. Where were we? Day 54, 24 grand. Considering that our income and expenses were nearly $1 million, that's quite trivial really, isn't it? But yeah, we did spend an awful lot on building stuff and obviously replenishing our fuel tanks, so that's taken us down. The other rather annoying thing though, which I want to address today, is we didn't make our perfect ops bonus. Apparently 33 passengers didn't make their flights in time. Yeah, so we don't understand how those numbers work particularly, but it's really annoying. So what we're going to try and do today is put in place a couple of systems which should help alleviate that, and I need to research one of them now, and that's light rail transit. It only takes 12 hours, so that should be ready by the end of the day. But before then, we can set our men to building some new stuff for us, and that's going to be in here. Yeah, we'll slap that in there. I want a door as well, because I want to get in here once they finish building it. I will put the door there, I think. Okay, and just wait for them to hurry along and build that. I mean, our guesstimator of profit says we should earn around 20 grand in profit this year. It's not going to be that, because I do plan on spending a fair amount of money. Actually, talking of the transport thing, our capacity, we looked at this last time, didn't we? It's a little on the low side. Can we? Every 15 minutes? Yeah. See, that's why I need the light rail, to bring that capacity up. It will cost me more. I can obviously cut down on the frequency of buses if I get the trains running. But, oh, they finished that already. Oh, well done, well done. So let's just get rid of this planning colour. That always just confuses the heck out of me. We'll copy this floor style. We'll stick that in there. Now what this is going to be is an electrical room. A room for electrics. Because what we're doing now, the first thing we're going to do is implement a PA system, which should hopefully alert people to get to their gates in good time for departing on their journey. So what we want is objects. I think it comes under ops, doesn't it? Yeah, right. There are two types of PA amplifier. There's a relatively cheap one, which covers 4 gates and 4 speakers. I'm going to need more than that. I've got 6 gates already, and I'm going to want more than 4 speakers, I think, to cover both floors of this. So, although it's expensive, we'll start with the HD. Does that stand for high definition? It does. Allows for more speakers and gates and has slightly better sound quality. So that covers 10 gates and 10 speakers. 10 speakers, that probably should be enough. So what does this look like? Okay, so that's the front panel. So if we stick you there, now we don't want windows there, really, do we? Can I put a wall straight back in? Oh, I can. I can then put, actually let's put some windows in the storage and maintenance and the electrical rooms. Put some in there. One in there. Yeah. Should we actually have a doorway between these two rooms? Might as well. Makes life a little bit easier for people to get through. Another bit of window in there too. Okay. Right, so that's that. That will be done when that's ready. So we need the PA speaker. Objects, ops, PA. Again, we've got a choice of two: a single directional one and a bi-directional speaker. And if we turn on the PA speaker, then you can see the difference. There's the single one, and there's the bi-directional. They cover pretty much the same direction, same amount in each direction, I think. By the look of it, yeah, more or less. But I think it'd be handy to have bi-directional here. Okay, so that's the trouble with playing all these games is your keys mixed up and your mouse is your left and your rights, and so let's place that. Let's place it here. I think that will do. And in here, it'd be nice to cover the shops, the bars and stuff. So if we put that there, yeah, so they're coming out of the toilets, they're waiting at the first gate there, and they just want to be alerted. And likewise here, I mean that's 3 so far, isn't it? And here, okay, and finally I think around here. Yeah, into the arcade as well, because it's easily to get wrapped up, isn't it, in playing a game of some description. Yeah, we do need it in that direction. There we go. Yeah, I mean there are info boards here, obviously, but sometimes you need a reminder to go and check the boards. Okay, and up here we will stick. Actually, do we need a bi-directional here? Let's not. Let's stick a single one. Click single, there you go. And we'll put you there. So once you've come out of security, use bi-directionals for the rest of them, I think. How many? That's about 6 now, isn't it? I think. Someone's not keeping track. We need to cover. If we have it going that way for the cafe, right by those 2 comfy chairs, that's a good spot for it, isn't it? Right there, and yeah, I think here that looks good, and a single directional one down here. Will that work? I think that will work. Okay, I've no idea how many I've got there. So let's get the guys building those quickly. Let's turn the overlay off. Oh, that needs to be zoned, doesn't it? Yes, of course. Did I not? I did zone it. Oh, it needs to be assigned. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, of course it does. So connect to. So we're going to connect it to all our gates. So to that gate, A1, 2 and 3, and also B1 and B2. And to that two-way speaker. To that two-way speaker. That's 2, 3, 4 and 5. And upstairs. Oh, it's showing them downstairs as well. Oh, that's slightly confusing. 6, 7, 8. Oh, no. No, I've got too many. Do I want... We'll take that one and that one. Actually, no, that's... No, that I might just be okay. I might just be okay, actually. It's just because you can see the ones underneath, I think. Well, there is a 2. that's what's confusing the issue. I think we're okay on that. Excellent. Right, the other thing I noticed when I was sort of playing on a little bit, and you may well have noticed it as well, I just didn't, I don't think I mentioned it particularly in the previous videos, is I've got these quite long queues for the gate agents, and I have a suspicion they might slow people up. I mean, they just seem to rush down the queue, but sort of going up and down, up and down, up and down as they go around the queue could be adding time to delay them while they're trying to get to their gate. So what we're going to do is shorten the queues. And here, queues, shrinkage. No, that's expanding. Shrink. So we'll shrink you quite a bit, I think. Shall we leave you to? Let's leave you to that. I think. Yeah, that looks good. And also the first class one could shrink as well. We'll shrink to that. Okay. Other thing that of course allows me to do is to put down a little bit more seating, which is always a good thing. So we'll have you where's the, can I put you there, or maybe like that, maybe. No, let's move them down a little bit. Let's move them down a little bit. So they're actually there. Yeah, so they're not directly getting in the way of the gate, the queue there. Okay, and also let's take that one down as well. Shrink that one. This one here. Now this whole process has been changed a lot in the, or will be changed a lot in the next release, the next update to the game. They've already made the changes on the edge branch, where drawing queues and shrinking them is a much more intuitive process. You just sort of drag it around. You don't sort of click to a point and then click in the other direction and click in the other direction as we've done here. You just sort of draw it out naturally using your mouse, which is a much nicer process. Okay, I don't think, yeah, because the B gates, the upper floor gates, are that much bigger, much larger capacity. I think that the queue's an issue there. Okay, let's just check how we're doing on our flight status. So far today, everything is looking good. Yeah, I think it's the later ones where I get some of the really big planes in that things get a little bit upset. Okay, all looking good so far. Now the other thing we want to do, I have got that built there, is I want, as we've said before, I want to start expanding our service offerings as well, and that means expanding these floor areas, which we've already got planned out here. We've already built this here. We could do something in there. I'm just wondering if we could make that a flooring area, a store area rather. No, I'm going to leave the ground floor for them. I want to progress on the upper floor. Oh, we're already making money, just by the by. So, having already spent that amount of money on the materials, only 85 grand actually, it wasn't that expensive. That's good, that's good. Right, so let's build this area out here, I think. And how much is that going to cost me? 221. That's a lot, but yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Oh, in the meantime, actually no, let's cancel that project. I've just noticed our research is completed for the light rail transit, which means I can place down. Is it here? Where is it? Is it in ops or structures? It'll probably be one of them. It'll be the one I don't... LRT platform. Right, so how does this connect? Invalid. Must be placed to the left side of light rail tracks. It is. Don't tell me I have to buy something. You can't turn... Oh! Do I need to buy this plot of land first? That's 500... Ah, no! When I was obviously playing around with this, and because as you know I do that, and the place the light rail, maybe I bought that piece of land first, and I'd forgotten I've done that. Oh, that is frustrating. Yeah, it's invalid placement. It doesn't. Can I afford 500 grand? I could take out another loan, to be honest, today. Oh, it looks like I've paid for the materials for building that this extra zone here. So we might as well build it, seeing as we've got the kit. I hope I'm not gonna. Yeah, there you are. Let's get that built then. Seeing as I've already paid for the materials to do it. I'm not sure they've shown up yet. Well, that's a bit rude, isn't it? Or maybe they have. Oh, because it's all on these shelves, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, 30 times concrete. Where are these? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. That's a strange way of moving through walls, but that's what the workmen do. Oh, that is slightly frustrating. But anyway, so what we'll do is we'll build out some store area here, and see how that works as a way of earning revenue. While we're here, oh, our cash registers, yet they're making money. That's good. The fizzy drinks and stuff selling a little bit. Coffee machines, 2 coffees. Yeah, good. Well, they must, because if this stock is low, that's fine. Now, he's obviously working his little behind off, isn't he? I think we're keeping up. We don't need to employ a second chef just yet on that. Let's get rid of this planning, as we know. I don't like seeing it there once I've started building. There we go. And what I'm thinking there is that will be just an extension of the shopping, retail, the leisure part of the airport, which I can then use that to negotiate with the airport, with the airlines, because the airlines seem to like having their own stores, their own lounges, those sort of thing for their passengers. So if I've got this space here, then I can offer them that real estate, as it were, that floor space. Okay, let's check on our flights. We're still doing okay. We're coming to the end of the day, 9 PM. Everything's looking fine. I assume the PA announcements are working. Oh, rubbish. Where's my janitor? Do I not have a janitor? Oh no. Well, let's pause that for a second. I want to check my janitors. Staff schedules. Where's my janitors? There you are. We need to be on the upper deck. There's the janitor patrols. Deck 1. You're there. Deck 1A. Oh, you do. And that is definitely part of your route. So, how many? I have 5. Maybe do I need another janitor? I do actually have 5 patrols. Maybe I do. Oh, we'll see if that remains a problem. That's not good, is it? Oh, there's the PA. I don't know if that includes. I don't know if the soundtrack includes PA announcements. Like you can sort of hear the control tower announcing. Let's speed these guys up a little bit. I'm just trying to think if they're adding. I think they're actually fixing and adding in more sounds in the next update as well. Obviously, if you want to keep in touch with what's going on in the Edge build, the first draft of the next release, then you can obviously check that out on the Steam forums. And if you follow me on Twitter, Ajaxpost, then I will often retweet and just share their posts as well when they add a new release to either their Edge or the version I'm using, the experimental branch. Though these days they're pretty solid. Once they're happy with the Edge version, it goes to experimental and default at the same time. So it's basically, at the moment, for the last couple of releases, there have only been two versions: the really sort of raw test version Edge and the experimental and default. Okay, we're ready with that. Am I in? I'm still not in profit. No. Oh, that's the end of the day as well. Well, that's cool. Let's just check here. Oh, that's looking a lot better. I should be back on. Let's have a check, shall we? Let's have a look at the figures. Credit reports. That's really good actually these days. Yeah, I've got, so I can get really cheap loans. Cash flow. Again down. Actually a little bit more than it was the previous day. If we look here, day 55, 60 grand. Well, that's interesting. I didn't make as much money. Well, that is interesting. One of those I think. One of those I think would have been the actual perfect ops. Yeah, the bonus. So 66 grand would have been the perfect bonus. But even so, income does appear to be down. Have I been changing my prices? Or maybe people have not been buying fuel. What is going on? Oh heck, no. Nobody's been buying fuel. Why on earth not? Wow. That's... Ooh. I don't... Maybe the price was just too high. That's not... You see, that is such an impressive indication of market forces. And unfortunately I appear to be at the mercy of them. The price of fuel go up, so we've not been watching it for some time, not since I automated the purchasing of fuel. That can affect the profit. What was that? Oh yes, we're still looking at the finances, weren't we? Airport value over 5 million. I'm very happy with that. Perfect ops. a tenth of what we're capable of doing. So 6 grand. It all helps at the end of the day. It all helps. Okay, right. So what we'll do, we'll make this actually a very short video for this episode. In the next one, I will probably, I think, buy this next patch of land. So I just need to run another day or so to get the bank balance up sufficiently. I don't particularly want to draw out another loan. We've got 500,000, the interest rate, and we could possibly reduce that a bit by taking more out. But I don't like that hanging over my head. Personally, in this thing we call real life, I don't like having debts and loans like that hang over my head, especially seeing as I can easily repay that at the moment. I can cover that. That's not a big issue. So in the next episode, we will probably be expanding the airport that away. It does seem rather a lot of money just to put down a train station. Can I just try that again? I really don't quite believe that it was its obstacle structures. I've forgotten again. There it is. That we couldn't put it down. It's 194 grand. Well, it is quite expensive. I'm going to need a lot of money, aren't I? Yeah, and you can't turn it round because it only sits one way. That's disappointing. And we will start laying out the content of this new retail area too in the next episode. So not much today. We've got a new PA system which hopefully, well, it appears to have worked. We've got people on their planes and the planes off on the runway in good time, so that all appears to be working. And yeah, that's it. Not a bad little day, and we will see what happens in the next few. But until then, thank you very much for joining me today. Hope you've enjoyed this little video. If you have, it'd be lovely if you'd click that little like button. I'm saying little too often, aren't I? Now I'll stop. Just hit the little thumb. I've said it again. The thumbs up. Thumbs up icon. Or even better, if you've got any ideas, thoughts, suggestions, recommendations, even criticisms of what we're doing here in my playing of the game, drop a note into the comments box below. It'd be wonderful to hear from you. And of course, if you've not already done so, please do subscribe to the channel, and that way you'll know when I upload the next one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in SimAirport. Until the next time, bye bye for now.